Hi everyone, this is MJ Agostini and welcome to another edition of the Real Estate Transaction. Today is part 2 of our video series, The New Listing Process. Part 2 talks about the task prior to going live with the listing. So let's get right to it. Now that I'm officially on board with you, I have to order the photography, and usually we order the photography immediately. My photographer, Ed, he's wonderful. He's an artist, really, and he's also a realtor, so he understands what shots are compelling. He understands what buyers are looking for, so he's very, very creative. He'll be shooting a series of interior shots, exterior shots, and drone shots, as well as some community shots. If you live near the golf course, he might go up and take a picture of the golf course, or if there's a hiking trail nearby, he might take a picture of that. If you're in a common interest community, he might take a picture of the sign. If you're on the beach, you might take a picture of the water. So I kind of leave that literary license up to him to be creative, because he does have a real estate background and he understands what people are looking for. He will also be creating a 3D virtual tour and a floor plan. The floor plans are wonderful to put online because it shows the consumer exactly where the bedrooms are, where everything's laid out, and it helps us avoid a lot of unnecessary showings. When sometimes people that come in and go, oh, I don't like how the bedrooms are split up like that, I want the bedrooms all on one side. The floor plan allows people to understand how the house is set up. So if it works for them online, it'll probably work for them in person. And then the 3D virtual tour. This is a really cool tool that we use for showing property. You can take your mouse and you can go through the house at your leisure. You can go up the stairs, you can go down the stairs, you can go around the house. It shows you angles that maybe still photos don't reveal, gets you in closer to perhaps a front door, perhaps the backyard a little bit, gives you a real interactive experience with the house. And again, these are tools that help consumers decide whether it's something that they really want to see. Now, this will cut down on the number of showings, but it will ensure that we have better quality showings. I'd rather have minimal amounts of good quality showing than a lot of showings where only 10% of the people are interested. And that's why we use these tools. If you are scheduled to be photographed on a day which turns bad with the weather, we try to look ahead on the weather. Ed will call and reschedule. He'll check the weather outlook, and if he finds that it's too cloudy, he'll come back and do another photo shoot and reschedule with you. He'll also come back and update photos if we're between seasons. If we're in the fall and we're going into the winter and the house is still on the market, he will update those photos, and that doesn't cost you anything. The photos are all taken care of by me. Photos are usually back within a few days after he does the photo shoot, and I will send them to you so you can take a look at the photo stream. And he sends them in a nice format so that they can be disseminated on social media. You can send them to your friends. You can put them on your Facebook page. They're very flexible in the medium that they come in. But they will be ready within 48 hours. And certainly together we can pick out the ones that you want. I usually pick out 40 of the best photos and then send them to you, and then you can decide whether you like what I've picked, or you can add or you can change photos based on what you like about them. The next thing is, after we order photography, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my listing assistants. I have people, besides administrative staff in the office, I have licensed real estate assistants that help me, because there are so many logistics and tasks that need to be done in today's modern world of real estate. Any efficient and productive agent needs assistance to ensure that you, the client, receive the best possible service, because great service is our number one concern. This is what we have to offer, is our service. So I tried to have the gold standard of service. I'm here for you. You depend upon me to get this done for you. And the whole team. It's a team effort. Besides you, my assistants and the listing assistants, we're all a team trying to achieve that same goal. My licensed assistants help with different tasks of the listing that don't necessarily require my expertise, such as researching the town documents, chasing down permits. Again, if you're interested in finding out more about the permits, please look at my permit video because it's excellent and it tells you what you need for permits. But that takes up a lot of our time, is chasing down permits for you, helping you get the permits, getting contractors lined up so that you can get the permits opened, inspected, and closed. We also help get contractors to the house, contractors that we might need after a home inspection, that there are things that the buyer's agent has requested we do. My listing assistants will organize the contractors to come over and help you get things done. Rest assured, when it comes to representing you in the negotiations, I'm the lead agent. I'm always there for you to do the most vital and critical aspects of the real estate transaction. But having my assistants here keeps everything running smooth and even, and there's always somebody available for you if the need arises that you have questions. The next thing we're going to need is a key to your home so that we can put the lockbox on. I will need a key for the electronic lockbox, which works with Bluetooth technology. Gone are the days of those little spinny combination lockboxes that are not secured whatsoever. Only agents with the private app on their smartphones can access the electronic lockbox. This lockbox will be used after permission is granted through our Showing Time app for the showing. The other nice feature of these electronic lockboxes is they alert you, the homeowner, via text when the lockbox is opened, and most of the times it will tell you when the lockbox closes. This is so you can gauge how long someone's been there so you know when to come home, so that you're not circling the neighborhood with the dog and the kids in the back of your car, that you can come home after the showing's done. And it also tells you how long the buyer spent in the house. And that's really important, because if you see that the buyer only spent 10 minutes and you have a 3,000 square foot house, you know obviously that they were not interested. The Showing Time app will provide feedback, and I'll get to that in a minute, to determine, why did they only spend 10 minutes in your 3,000 square foot house? Or it might say they spent an hour, which is a really good indication that maybe we're going to get an offer. So again, we need a key for the lockbox. It's secured. You can still come and go from your house. A lot of times people think, oh, the lockbox prohibits them from opening and closing their door. No, it doesn't. It just hangs over the doorknob, or we have it hang on a railing, and only, again, the agent has access to it. There is another nice feature too. It's a timed access. So don't worry that someone's going to be rustling through the lockbox and trying to get into your house at midnight. These boxes are usually programmed from 7 in the morning till probably 8 o'clock at night. So nobody can come in before or after that time. And I set the time. So if you want me to change the time for different accesses, we can do that. Next is our Showing Time app. We're going to get you set up on Showing Time. As soon as the listing goes live in MLS, you're going to get an email alert to set up the app on your phone. This is our system for setting up showings. You will receive an email once the listing has gone live to download the app on your phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. Once you have the app loaded, we'll decide what the showings instructions are going to be. Do you want 24-hour notice? Do you have to get the cat out? Do you have to get the dog out? Do you have to get the kids dressed and out for the showings? We request that you are not present for showings, especially during this time period. We only want the buyer, the buyer's agent in the property at any given time. Again, we know who they are. We have records of who they are, and we know how long that they've spent. And don't worry, they're not going to go through your drawers. There's a licensed agent with them at all time. In 34 years, no one's ever stolen anything from any of my listings. We know who's going in, and we know the agents. We have a record of that, and all of us are responsible for that. We will ask how much notice do you need for showings. Again, you might need 24-hour notice. It may be a log and go. You may say, I'm not living here anymore. Just go whenever you want to go. But you still will get notified that you definitely have a showing. And also, you can, with this Showing Time app, the technology allows you to propose a new time or decline the showing automatically. In the old days, we would have to chase you down, call you up, leave a message, have you call us back, and then we find out that the time is no good, then we have to call the other agent. It was a whole big process. Now it's very simple, and you can respond to the showing yourself via the Showing Time app. those are part 2 of the new listing tasks. I look forward to working with you to help you achieve your goals. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me by phone, text, email, my website, or any of my social media platforms. And please don't forget to hit the like button if you thought this video was helpful. This is MJ, and we'll see you again for the final video on new listing tasks.